If this touched you even a little, let your support be the next act of kindness. Like, subscribe, and let's inspire the world together. He walked into the coffee shop with holes in his shoes, clothes too big for his thin frame, and eyes full of quiet pain. No one noticed him, except her. What she did next seemed small, almost forgettable. But 18 years later, that one little act of kindness would return in a way that would shock everyone. Including her. This is their story. Chapter 1, The Boy with No Name. It was a rainy morning in a busy town. Commuters rushed by, umbrellas in hand, trying to escape the storm. In the middle of that crowd stood a boy, barefoot, soaked, and shivering. He was no older than 12. Dirty clothes hung from his small frame, and his eyes scanned every passing face, not for help, but for hope. His name was Armin. He had run away from an abusive home. His father drank too much, his mother was long gone, and his life had become a daily struggle for survival. He didn't beg, he was too proud for that. But his stomach growled for the third day in a row. He stood outside a small bakery cafe, watching customers laugh and eat through the glass. That's when she saw him. Chapter 2, The Warm Smile. Sana was only 17. She worked part-time at the bakery after school, saving every rupee for her college dreams. Life had never been easy for her either. Her father had passed away, and her mother worked long hours as a housemaid. Still, Sana had a heart full of compassion. And when she saw Armin standing outside, drenched and hungry, something inside her stirred. She walked outside with a warm bun and a cup of chai. Without saying a word, she handed them to him, smiled, and said, "You look like you could use this." Armin didn't know what to say. No one had been kind to him in months. He took the food, eyes wide with disbelief, and whispered, "Thank you." "You're welcome," Sana replied, "eat inside if you want. It's warm here." He nodded but stayed outside. He wasn't used to kindness, and he didn't want to break anything good by getting too close. That was the first time he saw her. And the last time, for a long time. Chapter 3, The Long Road. Years passed. Armin never forgot that moment. That small act, that warm bun and cup of chai, planted a seed in his heart. It reminded him that not all people were cruel. That maybe, just maybe, he could be something more than what the world told him he was. He started working odd jobs, cleaning, loading trucks, helping in markets. Every time he earned a few rupees, he saved some. He read old books he found in garbage bins. He listened to conversations, learned how people did business, watched how they solved problems. By age 20, he was working at a small phone repair stall. By 25, he owned his own. But he wasn't just fixing phones, he was learning tech. Teaching himself coding at night. Reading about startups and online markets. Then came his big idea. He designed a simple app that helped small businesses in poor areas track their inventory and sales, even if they didn't know how to read or write. He made the app voice-enabled, in local languages, and it started spreading like wildfire. Investors noticed. Within 3 years, Armin's app was being used in 5 countries. At 30, he was a self-made millionaire. But still, he hadn't forgotten the girl from the bakery. Chapter 4, The Search. Armin had hired the best people, built a company from scratch, and traveled the world. Yet a part of his heart remained stuck on that rainy morning. One day, during an interview on national TV, the host asked, "Was there anyone who inspired you?" He smiled and said, "Yes. A girl who gave me bread and tea when I was starving and invisible. I don't know her name, but she changed my life." That moment went viral. People across the country started searching for the girl who fed Armin. Someone sent him a name. And then, an address. It was her. Chapter 5, The Doorbell. Sana was now 35. Life had been harsh. She never made it to college, her mother got sick, and she worked 2 jobs to support them both. Her dreams had faded into the background, and though she still smiled, it wasn't the same. One afternoon, her doorbell rang. When she opened it, she gasped. Standing there in a tailored suit was a man with kind eyes. "Do you remember me?" he asked. She stared for a moment, and then, slowly, her eyes widened. "The boy from the rain, the bun and chai." He nodded, tears in his eyes. "I never forgot. You saved my life. And now, I want to change yours." Chapter 6, The Mansion. Armand didn't just thank her with words. He bought her a beautiful house, a mansion, really. Not out of charity, but out of gratitude. He hired her as a senior advisor at his foundation, where they helped underprivileged children with food, education, and shelter. Sanaa finally went to college, at 35, and graduated with honors. She stood on stages, told her story, and became a voice for quiet kindness. Ending message: bring viewers back. Sometimes, the smallest act of kindness, just a bun and a cup of chai, can become the spark that lights someone's future. Sanaa didn't give because she had much. She gave because she knew what it felt like to have nothing. And that day, in the rain, she changed a boy's life forever. You never know who you're helping. That homeless child, that stranger with sad eyes, might be the next millionaire, the next leader, the next world changer. Kindness never goes unnoticed. It always comes back.